Now the other day, Andre and myself took the brand new Infiniti and the brand new Buick up the Loveland Gauntlet, and we had an interesting result. The Infiniti had sharper handling but sportier tires, which made it a little bit more challenging, whereas the Buick didn't have quite the amount of steering feel, but it had better tires. Of course, the question that Andre and I thought about and that we want to answer today is a simple one. Which one is faster from 0 to 60? That is coming up next on the Fast Lane Car. Now this should be an interesting mashup because the Infiniti has more power. It has 330 horsepower and 270 pound-foot of torque out of a V6. Now this Buick has a turbocharged four-cylinder that puts out, here's a big number, 295 pound-foot of torque and 259 horsepower. So will turbocharging a four-cylinder make up for the fact that the Infiniti has more horsepower? Well, only one way to find out, and that is to floor it and see which one has the, you know what. Nissan versus GM, or in this case, Infiniti versus Buick. So, last time we did this 0 to 60 run in this car, it was the G37. So let's see if it's any faster as the Q60. And if I recall, that time was 7.13. So we're going to try to beat 7.13. Once again, we're at a mile above sea level. I'm going to torque it just a little bit. And there we go! I've got it in sport mode. And here comes 60 right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yes. That is much faster. 6.76, and I'm thinking the reason for that is because it's substantially colder. It's 43 degrees, which means that there's a little more air pressure because, well, it's colder and the air molecules are a little tighter together. So we have a new champion, 6.76. Let's do it the other way. Now, usually when I go the other way, I don't torque it, I just kind of floor it, and that tends to be a little bit slower, especially with turbocharged engines, but it's certainly worth a shot. So let's see if I can go under 6.76 and see if we can do a little bit better. Okay, this time I am not going to torque it, I'm just going to floor it, and let's see if it's any faster with a straight up thump on the accelerator. Here we go, thump! There we have it. Just a little bit slower, just a little tiny bit slower. So yeah, torquing it does give it a little bit of an edge, but you know what? I think the biggest edge today is the fact that it's cold, and you do have to love the sound of that 3.7 liter V6. It just sounds really good. not all that impressive, is it? No, indeed. It sounds like a sewing machine, and not in a good way. All right, I'm in the Buick now. Now here's an interesting fact. This has the same engine as the Cadillac ATS, and when we tested the ATS, it went from 0 to 60 in let me look it up here, make sure I get that right, 0.02 seconds. And of course the Infiniti just did it in 6.76 seconds. So the question is, can this Buick with the same engine as the ATS, but more torque, less horsepower than the Infiniti, but a turbocharger, go faster than 6.76 or 7.02 if you're comparing it to the ATS? Let's find out right now. I'm going to torque it a little bit. There's really no sport mode, it's just in drive, and I'm just going to floor it, let the turbo build, and here we go. Whoa, it doesn't feel fast. There comes the power, the turbo came on. Here's 40, there's 50, and here comes 60. I can tell you right now that was a heck of a lot slower. And it certainly was. Here we are. Check it out. 8.50, which is not particularly fast. Very, very interesting result indeed. The problem was it just didn't have any punch off the line. All right, attempt number 2. As we always do on the second attempt, we just simply floor it. Here we go. Floored. There's the power. You can feel it coming in. Traction control is actually working hard, and here comes 60. A little bit faster, interesting. But I promise you, we're not going to get it anywhere near under 7 seconds. That ain't just going to happen. And there's a little bit of a shudder in the drivetrain. I wonder if this particular car has some issues. Hard to say. The facts are the facts, and these are the facts. So what have we learned today? Well, we've been doing these 0 to 60 tests for a number of years now, and the fact remains the same, that it really is any given car on any given day with any given driver. And on this given day, it was the Infiniti that came out on top over the Buick. But a year from now, we could have a different result. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Ciao.